Hi everybody. In this lab, we are going to configure Inter-VLAN routing, Inter-VLAN communication or Inter-VLAN routing, or we can say router on a stick. Okay, so in a single switch environment. So that means only one switch we are going to have here, and we are going to have two VLANs. Okay, so we are going to configure inter-VLAN communication. So I want to communicate from the first VLAN to the second VLAN. So come to the topology diagram. So you can see here there are two VLANs created here. Okay, so the first one is a VLAN 10, the second one is a VLAN 20. So this is, I'm going to take it as the 10 network, that means VLAN 10. VLAN 20, I'm going to consider it as 20 network. Now you can see the IP address 10.0.0.1, 10.0.0.2, 20.0.0.1, 20.0.0.2. So these are the four pieces available here. Then I am connecting the switch with a router. So through the router only we are going to communicate. That means we are going to configure the inter-VLAN communication here. So for the router interface, I am going to give two IP addresses, 10.0.0.10 and 20.0.0.20. So these are the two IP addresses we are going to assign here. That means we have to create sub interface. Okay, we have to create sub interface in this particular place. Then 10.0.0.10, this is going to be the gateway for the 10 network. That means for the VLAN 10, all the machines, the gateway is going to be 10.0.0.10, and for this machines, that means for 20.20 network, the gateway is 20.0.0.2. Okay, so these are the basic things that we are going to do it in this particular topology diagram. Now let me go to PC 0. I am going to the desktop, IP configuration. So the IP address is 10.0.0.1 is IP address, subnet mask. Then the default gateway is 10.0.0.10 is the default gateway. Okay, so this is a configuration, static IP configuration for PC 0. Now let me go to PC 1. So the same thing, desktop, IP configuration. So the IP address is 10.0.0.2 is IP address. The default gateway, subnet mask is 255.0.0.0 because it is a class A IP address. So default gateway is 10.0.0.10. Okay, so there is a default gateway. Now let me go to the next network, that means VLAN 20. So I am going for PC 2. So here the IP address is 20. Okay, so 20.0.0.1 is IP address, subnet mask. So the default gateway is 20.0.0.20 is the default gateway. Then let me go to the next PC, desktop, IP configuration. So IP address is 20.0.0.2. Okay, so 20.0.0.2 is IP address, subnet mask is 255.0.0.0. Default gateway is 20.0.0.20 is the default gateway. So we have done the configurations for the PCs. Now let me go to the switch first. Okay, so I am going to the switch. I am going to the CLI, command line interface. Now I am inside the switch. Enable config terminal, CONFIGTER. Okay, so config terminal. Now I want to create the VLANs. Okay, so the first step, the basic step is creating the VLAN. Okay, so I'm going to create the VLAN. The command is VLAN 10. Okay, so 10 is the VLAN we need. We are going to create two VLANs here. So VLAN 10. Then you can give any name for this VLAN. I'm going to give staff. So our first VLAN is ready. Then I'm going to exit. I want to create one more VLAN. So VLAN 20. Then the name of this VLAN, I'm going to make it as student. So two VLANs, okay, we created. So if you want to check it, you can go for the command show VLAN. Okay, so you can see here. So two VLANs we created, 10 and 20. Okay, so the next step is you have to assign, okay, you have to assign the ports, okay, you have to move the ports, okay, to the VLAN. So before that, what you have to do means you have to write down, okay, please note down what are the name of the interfaces, because that is very important. Now you can see here, I am just going to this switch. So I want to see the name, that means the number, okay, for each interface. Now, so this one, so here it is going to be fast Ethernet 0 by 1 and this is fast Ethernet 0 by 2. So fast Ethernet 0 by 1 and 0 by 2, okay, this is I want to move it to VLAN 10. Okay, please note down in a paper, okay, then only things will become easy. Now let me go to this side. So here 0 by 3 and this is 0 by 4, okay. So 0 by 3 and 0 by 4 we are going to move it to VLAN 20. Okay, so this is the next one. Now as far as router is concerned, you can see the name of the interface. This is fast Ethernet 0 by 0. So fast Ethernet 0 by 0 in the router, that is we are going to make it into sub interface. Then you can see here, and this is fast Ethernet 0 by 5. So fast Ethernet 0 by 5 is going to be our trunk. Okay, so kindly note down the name of the interfaces, then only the things will become easy for you. Otherwise, okay, students, most of the students, they used to, okay, confuse in this place. Okay, so you have to be very careful. So 0 by 1, 0 by 2, VLAN 10, 0 by 3, 0 by 4, VLAN 20, then 0 by 5 is going to be the trunk here, okay, the interface. Then as far as the router is concerned, fast Ethernet 0 by 0 is going to be our, okay, the interface which we have to make it into sub interface. Okay, so these are the things I noted down. So let me go to the switch now. I am going to the switch. So I am inside the switch. Now the next step is we have to assign, okay, we have to assign the interfaces to the VLAN. That means we have to move the interfaces to the concerned VLAN. So I am going for config terminal. I am inside the config terminal, global configuration mode. Now, so I want to go for the interface. So interface fast Ethernet 0 by 1. Fast Ethernet 0 by 1. Okay, so I am in fast Ethernet 0 by 1. So fast Ethernet 0 by 1, I want to move it to VLAN 10. So what is the command means? Switch port access, okay, VLAN 10. Okay, so this is the command. So successfully we moved, okay, port 0 by 1, that means the interface 0 by 1. So we have moved to VLAN 10. Okay, I am just giving exit. Now let me go to the next interface. So you can use up arrow. Okay, so fast Ethernet 0 by 1. So fast Ethernet 0 by 2. I am taking the second interface. Now this is also going to be in the same VLAN, that means VLAN 10 itself. So switch port access VLAN 10. Now I am giving exit. So the next one I am going for the next interface. Okay, so fast Ethernet 0 by 3. Okay, 3 and 4. So 3 I am going now. So 3 I want to move it to switch port access VLAN 20. Okay, I want to move it to 20. Then, so let me give exit. Again, I have to go to the next interface. So the next interface is 0 by 4. So you can just use up arrow and you can bring the commands from the history. So 0 by 4. Now the 0 by 4 is going to be in VLAN 20. Okay, VLAN 20. So successfully we created two VLANs and we moved the interfaces. Okay, we moved the interfaces to the respective VLANs. So I want to check it. Okay, you can see it here. I am giving the command show, okay, VLAN. So if you give the command show VLAN, so you can confirm it. In VLAN 10 we have the interfaces fast Ethernet 0 by 1 and 0 by 2. So in VLAN 20 we have the interfaces fast Ethernet 0 by 3 and 0 by 4. Okay, so successfully we moved the interfaces. Then the next one is fast Ethernet 0 by 5. Okay, the interface fast Ethernet 0 by 5 is going to be our trunk. So we have to enable the trunk there. Okay, so now I am going for the config terminal. global configuration mode. So in the global configuration mode, now I want to go to the specific configuration mode. So I'm going for the interface. I can use the up arrow. So again and again we no need to type. So interface fast Ethernet 0/5. So this is going to be our trunk. So now I'm inside fast Ethernet 0/5. Okay, this is a specific configuration mode. Now the next command is I'm going to enable the switch mode. Okay, that means I want to make this as a trunk. So what is the command means? Switch port mode trunk. Okay, switch mode trunk. So this is the command. So now we successfully converted it into trunk. So almost all the configurations are over. Okay, we have done all the configurations. Okay, you can see. So automatically almost all the configurations are over in the switch. As far as switch is concerned, okay, we completed everything. Now the next step, we have to go to the router. Okay, so I'm going to the router. So in the router we have to create the sub interface. Okay, that means you have to create the sub interface and you have to enable the protocol. Okay, encapsulation .1q you have to enable that. So then your topology will work. Now so let me go to the router here. I'm going to the CLI command line interface. So I'm inside the router now. Enable config terminal. I'm going to the global configuration mode. So in the global configuration mode, so now I'm going for the interface. Okay, so I'm going to the interface. So now you can see interface fast Ethernet 0/0. Okay, this is the interface. Okay, we already noted down it is fast Ethernet 0/0. Okay, in the router. Now fast Ethernet 0/0. Okay, now I want to make it as a sub interface. Okay, that means there are two networks we are connecting here, two VLANs. So with two IP address we have to give for the fast Ethernet 0/0. So in that case we are going for the sub interface concept. Now so fast Ethernet 0/0. Okay, now let me give .10. Okay, so fast Ethernet 0/0 .10. So I'm giving .10. So once if I give .10, you can see, okay, config sub IF. So we are now in sub interface. Okay, we are now inside the sub interface. Okay, now next step is you can give the IP address, but before giving the IP address, you have to enable the encapsulation. Okay, so encapsulation, this is a command. Encapsulation, okay, .1q, okay, and then you have to mention. Okay, suppose if you are having any doubt, okay, you can use the question mark and you can find the help. Okay, I think spelling mistake. Encapsulation. Okay, so encapsulation, I am giving the question mark. So encapsulation, the next one is .1q. Okay, so .1q, and I am giving again a question mark. So you have to tell for which VLAN, okay, identifier. So this is for VLAN 10. Okay, so VLAN 10. Now so if you enable this, that means if you give this command encapsulation .1q, okay, if you enable this command means, so this command is going to associate one specific VLAN with this sub interface. Okay, for each sub interface you have to do this, and then this command you can do only in the router, and also you have to enable this encapsulation before giving the IP address. Okay, before giving the IP address. So these are all the some some rules. Okay, you have to follow. Now I am going for the IP address now. IP address. So what is the IP address here means? So we already, this is for VLAN 10. So the IP address is 10.0.0.10 is the IP address. So 10.0.0.10, then subnet mask 255.0.0.0, because this is class A IP address. Then I am just giving exit. So I created a sub interface for fast Ethernet 0/0, that is 10. We enable the encapsulation, okay, encapsulation .1q, then okay, with the VLAN, then we assign the IP address exit. Okay, we have not enabled the command. Okay, we have not given the enable command. Okay, we will do it later. Now, so let me go to the next. Okay, I want to create one more sub interface. So interface fast Ethernet, okay, 0 by 0 dot 10. So this is 10 we used before. Now I'm going to create it for 20 dot 2. Okay, dot 20 I'm giving. I'm now inside the sub interface. The same thing I'm going to, okay, enable the encapsulation dot 1Q. Okay, this is for VLAN 20. So I'm going to give the VLAN 20 is a VLAN. So exactly you have to give the correct VLAN ID. Okay, if you change the VLAN ID, it will not work. So VLAN, okay, ID here is 20 is a VLAN. Then, so the IP address. So what is IP address? I want to fix it here means. Okay, you can see the IP address is IP address 20.0.0.20. Okay, that is IP address. Then 255.0.0.0. Okay, so this is the subnet mask. So I assign the IP address for the sub interface. So almost the configuration, okay, all the configurations are done. We have to now, okay, administratively fast Ethernet 0 by 0 is down now. Okay, we have not given no shutdown command. So you have to enable it. Okay, you have to activate it. So now I'm going for, okay, interface. So fast Ethernet 0 by 0. I'm going for fast Ethernet 0 by 0. So I'm going to give the command. Okay, so in this only we created sub interface. Okay, that means dot 1, that means dot 10, dot 20, okay, dot 20, like that we created. Now I'm going to give the command no shutdown. So if I give this no shutdown, so automatically, okay, so no shutdown. So if you give this command, automatically all the sub interfaces will be activated. Okay, everything, the state will be changed to up. Okay, now all the sub interfaces are administratively, okay, it is going to be up. Okay, you can see that messages here. So interface fast Ethernet 0 by 0 dot 10. Okay, change the state to up. Same thing, interface fast Ethernet, okay, 0 by 0 dot 20. Okay, so this is also changed to up. So automatically all the sub interfaces now activated. Okay, it is activated. Now you can see the routing table now. So this is quite interesting now. Okay, we have only one link. Okay, only one line is connected. But I'm going to see the routing table. So in the routing concepts we discussed, okay, if two links are connected, so it is going to show two networks are directly connected. If three links are available, if three interfaces are connected means, okay, three networks directly connected. So we saw this in the routing part. So now you can see I'm using the command show IP route to display the routing table. So if you see, okay, show IP route, you see the routing table. In routing table it shows 10 network is directly connected, 20 network is directly connected. But actually only one link is available. But what we have done, we created sub interface. Okay, we created sub interface. You can see this fast Ethernet 0 by 0 dot 10, fast Ethernet 0 by 0 dot 20. So now, okay, your router is recognizing there are two networks connected here. Okay, there are two networks connected here. So based on the tags added with the frames, so it is going to route the packets. Okay, it will send the packets from 10 to 20 or 20 to 10. So almost, okay, your configuration is completed. Okay, the entire configuration is over now. So we have to check it now. So let me go to the PC. I'm going for the command prompt. I'm going to give a ping command. The first I want to check inside its own VLAN. Okay, that means from VLAN 10 to VLAN 10. Okay, I'm going to give the ping command. So ping 10.0.0.2. Okay, 10.0.0.2. So from here to here, I'm going to give the ping command. So it's no doubt it will work. This is not inter-VLAN communication. So this is going to be like inside the VLAN only it is communicating. So it's very clear. The same thing, you can go to the PC. Okay, so PC2, I'm going to the command prompt. Now from PC2 to PC3, okay, I'm going to communicate. So ping, I'm going to check the connectivity from PC2 to PC3. So ping 20.0.0.2. Okay, so you can see now, so you are getting the reply. So the reply is coming. So inside the VLAN, everything is fine now. Now let me go for, okay, from one VLAN to another VLAN. Okay, I want to try. That means from VLAN 10 to VLAN 20. Okay, I want to give the ping command and I want to check whether whether I could reach or not. Now, so let me go to the PC 0. I am going to the command prompt. So from the command prompt, I am giving the ping command. So ping 20.0.0.1. So 20.0.0.1 means, you can see here. So from here to here, I am going to ping that. I am going to ping. So from VLAN 10 to VLAN 20. So this is inter-VLAN communication. So now your packet will go to the switch. Then using the trunk link, your packet will reach the router fast Ethernet 0x0. Then from there it will be forwarded, because it is directly connected. So it will be forwarded and it will reach the switch. Then it will be given to 20. It will be delivered to 20.0.0.1. So the same thing, the reply packet will go from PC 2 to switch. Then the packet will move to the router. Then from the router to the switch and it will be delivered to PC 0. So now I am just giving the ping command. So we have to get the reply. So reply is coming. So the first time you are not getting the reply because of the ARP. So address resolution protocol, it is finding the MAC address. So because of that the packet is dropped, but after that you are getting the reply. Now the same thing we'll try by using the simulator mode. So then only you can understand how the packets are moving. So I'm going for the edit filters. I'm going for the ICMP. Only ICMP protocol I'm taking. Now let me give a ping command from PC 0 to PC 2. So you can observe how the packets are moving. So from PC 0 to switch 1. This is layer 2. Now from switch to the router. So that means through the trunk port. So this is the trunk link which can be used by VLAN 10 and VLAN 20. So your packet is now in the trunk, it is reaching the router, then again routing to the next network, that means the next VLAN. So the same process is going to continue. So our topology diagram is successfully working. So the commands are very simple here. The very important thing is the concept of sub interface, and also you have to enable the encapsulation, that means encapsulation.1q for each VLAN. This is a major thing, and also you have to enable the trunk. So if you enable the trunk successfully, your topology will work. So this is the thing. Now the next lab we are going to see how to configure the same concept, that means inter-VLAN communication in a multiple switch environment. We are going to use 2-3 switches, I think 3 switches we are going to use. So in a multiple switch environment, how to configure the VLAN. So that is a concept we are going to discuss as a next.